would you rather have? 2 squared puppies or 2 to the third puppies? Unless you were allergic to their fur, the clear option here would be that you would want 8 puppies instead of 4. So here we're going to be looking at 2 to the third factorial experiments and all the different possibilities we have. Looking here at our first visual, we see that there are 2 points on each side, which stands for our 2 levels for every factor. And we also have 3 dimensions, which stands for 3 different factors. So looking at a simple example for this, we're going to look at a plane under 3 given conditions. First one being rain, second is wind, and third is snow. So we're going to set up this experiment with 8 different possible experimental conditions, and the first one being that there is none of them present, and the last one, condition number 8, is that all of them are present. And it ranges from anywhere in between that, so any other combination could possibly take place for a plane. And once we have our results from this, we can look at ANOVA and see which mean differs the most and what we need to go back and change on our airplane so that it performs best. And there's actually a research study done by Dinesh Paya and his team of colleagues where they tested the tensile strength of a polymer. So the polymer is stuck between these 2 clamps that pulls at a certain force, and what they were trying to do is increase this tensile strength so that it doesn't fracture under smaller force. So what he does here is he adds 3 different materials to the polymers. The first one is nanocomposites, the second is SEBs, and the third is low-density polyethylene. So he's able to look at which combination of all of these will give the best result. And instead of using yes or no here, he does use low and high. So -1 for low and +1 for high. And you can also see their full factorial design down here with the different weight percentages. And once he did this, he said that he used p-values in ANOVA to see which combination of the additives gives the best tensile strength for the polymer. And we can also look at double replication. So like any experiment, we want to test it more than one time to make sure we're getting the best results and make sure there's no sort of outliers that is messing up our data. And this is actually represented by a study done by PFO and Edmondson, where they tested the different fertilizers and the effect it has on crop yield. Here, instead of double replication, he did do it 3 times, so he has triple replication, and he reported that it gives more accurate data. Now that you know the many uses and how important 2 to the third factorial experiments are, please keep it in mind as you go forward in your career as an engineer.